on a stroll with his friends in a car. Mr. Fred, who is not even here today to be able to testify or allow me to cross-examine him to know exactly what happened, went ahead and said that he was being allegedly kidnapped. The reality is there's no witness, no testimony, and no evidence to support the allegations today from Mr. Fred. The arrest was made without proper coordination, without credible proof, and based on nothing more than an assumption by Fred, who made the call. My clients did not rob any bank, so the information that was stated even is prejudicial. These individuals who supposedly brought these accusations aren't even here to testify. How can we possibly move forward with charges this severe when the cornerstone of the prosecution's case is missing? Mr. Fred is not even here. Without a witness, without evidence, this is nothing more than a story that Mr. Brown here is attempting to taint my client. What this case really shows is a rush to judgment, one that put an innocent man in handcuffs and the other individuals in handcuffs for no real fairness and violating their constitutional right. At the end of these proceedings, we just ask that there's only one outcome, and it is to dismiss these charges of all counts, especially since the evidence here, Mr. Fred Johnson, is not even here to be able to cross-examine and fully defend my client. Thank you, Your Honor.
Awesome. That was something. All right, let's move on to the state's first witness / enter of evidence / speaking evidence. Whatever you want.
What do we do now, bro?
I'd like to call Cody Price to stand.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. His relevance is
At the scene of the crime, he was my partner on the scene.
awesome. Cody, come up. Bailiff, do your thing. To your right, but whatever.
Sorry.
There, Alex.
Absolutely.
Great. All right, can begin your examination.
Cody Price. When so first off, what was the call that we were responding to?
Respond hostage situations from a 911 call.
Okay, when we showed up to that call, what did we see, and what did we do?
We saw two individuals with three individuals in a car, two in the front seat, one in the back seat. The one in the back seat was Fred. I can't remember his last name. And the two individuals were the suspects that were charged today, or going to be charged today.
Okay, so Fred, in his testimony, when we were questioning him, did he or did he not say that?
Objection, hearsay.
It's on body cam, ma'am.
It's still hearsay.
That's fine. When the suspect was taken out of the vehicle, the passenger on the right side of the door, did he come out with his weapon in hand, right or wrong?
Correct. He came out with a pistol in his hand.
Correct. So he did have a pistol when he was in the vehicle. Right
Objection. He's testifying.
Yeah, you gotta watch the. You have to ask him a question. He has to respond. You can't say like, "Is he doing this?"
Did he have a weapon in the vehicle?
He had a weapon in his hand as he exited the vehicle.
Okay, thank you.
I didn't have no weapon in my hand.
And please do not.
I would like to also bring up, you can in fact reference evidence. So you can say at this second, or at this minute, at this second, this happened according to the evidence in exhibit A or B.
Mm-hmm. All right.
If you want, just putting that out there. But you can continue.
When the suspects were further transported and they had been rendered their rights and they were being transported to Rockford, did they or did they not go on and on about how questioning how Fred was doing a 911 call after he was being taken hostage, right or wrong?
This is correct.
So they were going on and on about how Fred got taken hostage. I'd just like to let that be known.
Objection, Your Honor. He's already trying to enter hearsay evidence that's should not be allowed, and especially he's testifying.
Okay, yes, ma'am. My apologies.
Okay.
Right or
Well,
wrong
that's sad.
was when we had ran the serial number on Trayvon's weapon. Did it come back to his name?
Negative.
When we had asked him about how Fred had entered his vehicle, they did say that, according to that evidence exhibit A, did they say that they had just gotten new weapons? Right or wrong? Both of them had gotten new weapons.
Objection
Simple.
relevancy regarding the new weapons.
So when
Yeah.
they had said that they had new weapons, and then we figured out that he did have a class 1 weapon that
Objection.
was
Where's
not
the
his.
question? You're
Ma'am,
you're
I'll
leading
get,
him.
ma'am, I'll get to my
He's
question, ma'am.
responding. He's trying to defend
I'll
his
I'll get to my
like
question, ma'am.
defend
Please, thank
the question.
you. So the
Defend
suspects, right or
yeah.
wrong, the suspects did not have new
Yeah.
weapons. Right or wrong,
All right, then.
or Trayvon did not. Regardless of him
What?
saying that he, right or wrong, Trayvon did not have a new weapon, even though he said he did. Cody Price.
You're asking me if the weapon was his?
Yeah,
or
was
if
the
they
weapon
got new
his? Yes.
weapons? The weapon was not his. He proceeded to say that they were the weapons. They just got the weapons and they were boasting them.
I'm in the courthouse.
That's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I rest my case. I ain't gonna lie. I don't got no questions.
All right, cross
Can you let
examine
one
if
of
you
my
wish.
officers in? Hey, can you let one of my
Am I
officers
good?
in here, guys?
Nope. Sorry. Just give me a second.
Highly the trust
So, officer, you were present at the alleged scene. Is that correct?
10-4.
And when arriving at the scene, were they all the suspects and the individual, Mr. Fred, were they driving in the vehicle?
10-4. Yeah, they were just leaving the garage.
They
We
were leaving.
stopped
What
them
else
as they
did
were
you
pulling
see
out.
when you arrived to the scene?
The only vehicle around was that vehicle. They were just leaving the garage. 2 individuals in there, 3 individuals, 2 in the front seat and then 1 in the back. So
And were they doing anything illegal or anything at all to constitute the stop? How did you guys know it was that vehicle?
well, we were surveying the area, question. So that's why we pulled it over. It was a hostage situation, and we noticed a guy in the back, so we pulled the vehicle over to assess the situation.
At any time, was the hostage shouting at you guys or saying anything that he needed help when you saw him in the vehicle?
No, he was not shouting. He had his hands up in the vehicle.
He just had his hand, but you didn't hear anything or
No,
anything being said?
no.
And how were they driving when you saw them as they were pulling out? Were they driving fast, slow? Can you explain?
That was a regular speed, but pulling out of the garage.
Okay,
would
so they
say
didn't do
regular speed.
anything illegal at all pulling out of the garage?
I wouldn't jump to that. No.
Okay. And as you guys pulled them over, pulled out the individuals, did Mr. Fred say anything as far as where was he at the time when he was being taken or allegedly taken?
The guy in the back, like
Yes,
the
Mr.
question
Fred,
is-
sorry. What
Oh,
did he
he said-
say anything to you as far as what was he doing before the incident happened?
he said he was at the garage. At the garage, and these 2 people pulled up on him with guns out, saying, "We're gonna rob a bank with you." That's what he said.
Okay. And is he here today? Could it be a possibility that he was going to be involved in the bank heist?
Objection.
As a hostage, probably most.
What's the
likely,
objection?
but I can't,
Objection.
Yes, what is it?
Fred is traumatized. He was not able to come.
Okay,
Your
but that's not
Honor,
an objection.
that's
You
not-
gotta you gotta input some sort of objection, like the actual name. I mean, that's not really an objection to begin with, but
Otto, yo, what the fuck, Otto?
Yeah, bro. Tia.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
didn't
you
mean
could.
to. But anyhow, could it be a possibility that Mr. Fred was gonna be in on this bank robbery?
As a person robbing the bank or as a hostage, I believe he was a hostage, and that's why we responded to the. It was a hostage situation. He reported that in the 911 call. He had his hands up in the vehicle. He didn't leave the vehicle willingly because he had his hands up. He literally could not leave the vehicle, so I had to pull
Okay.
him out of the vehicle, and then that's when I questioned him.
Oh, okay. But there's, you know how people lie all the time, and if they,
Objection leading.
Can I even speak? Because I
There's-
wasn't even
Huh?
asking a question yet.
Exactly.
So how are you
Exactly.
going to object to a question
Objection,
that wasn't made?
ma'am. You did the same thing to me earlier. Where's the question?
You didn't
Huh?
let me speak. I was trying
Okay,
to make the
finish the
question.
statement
Let's
Thank
continue.
you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
so I can at least see if it's leading.
Well, to be honest, I even lost my what I was even trying to tell this guy. But the reality is, officer here, is there a possibility that Mr. Fred might have partaken in this alleged robbery and trying to take a stash and might have, you know, been part of this? Did you guys ask that?
Did we ask him if he was going to rob the bank with us with the other guys? No, I
Yeah.
did not ask him that. I asked,
Did you ask him
I
if he
said,
knew them?
No, he said he didn't know them. He said two guys pulled up on me and with guns out, and then said like, "You're gonna be in a robbery. You're gonna be a hostage in a robbery." I don't know his
And
exact words. I would have to review my body cam, but along the lines of, "You're gonna be a hostage in a robbery."
okay,
do not
but
believe
these
he
are
was involved
statements
with it.
that you don't have body cam of or any evidence of it actually happening. This is just you taking his word for it.
There is a guy with a
Um,
forklift.
Can you ask that question again? I don't think I was.
You're
Really
just taking Mr.
comprehending.
Fred's word for it.
What?
Then
With the hostage situation,
yes.
yes, he was the one who reported that he was kidnapped. Yes, so I had to. Yeah.
Like some guy
I'm
So-
literally
listening
entered
now.
the building with a
Okay.
forklift.
But again, before placing Mr. Trayvon under arrest, did you by any chance speak to him?
Detain him. Yes, we questioned him on the side of the on the side.
But
on the
did you
sidewalk.
speak to him?
Yeah, I speak to him.
You did?
Yes, ma'am.
And I believe the officer here was saying that Mr. Fred was the one who made the accusation. The reality is after Mr. Fred left, did you take his statement or anything like on the scene or anything? As far as like in the police station?
No, we did not escort him to a police station. We let him go about his day. We didn't want him facing any other, allegations. Not allegations, but we.
Did you search his pockets by any chance to see
I
if he
did
had
not-
anything?
I did not personally search his pockets. No.
No, okay, so you didn't see anything that could possibly be used in a robbery or anything in his pockets either. Then, since you didn't search
his
it.
pockets. Yeah, I didn't search his pockets.
Okay, so you guys are then, you just asked him the questions. He said what he said, but you didn't search to see if maybe he was involved in this scene or the incident.
Correct. I did not search this individual.
Okay, no more questions.
All right,
Counter,
Mr.
his
Pre-
counter questions.
Technically, yes.
Yes, yeah. Cody Price, is it possible that other officers could have searched Fred?
I would assume that he would be searched
Objection.
by those officers.
He is now speculating.
Yeah, that's true. Sustained.
So you weren't the only officer on scene, correct?
No, it was not.
Were you the one that was questioning Fred?
I questioned all of the suspects. Yes.
Is it possible that other officers could have searched Fred?
I would assume that he would be searched
Objection.
by those officers.
He is now speculating.
Yeah, that's true. Sustained.
Is it possible that other officers could have searched Fred?
I would assume that he would be searched
Objection.
by those officers.
He is now speculating.
Yeah, that's true. Sustained.
So you weren't the only officer on scene, correct?
What do you mean by full questioning?
Were you the officer that fully questioned each suspect?
No, I was not.
Meaning that other officers were asking questions
Yeah.
and other officers did conduct business with each suspect.
Objection relevance. These officers aren't here. I don't understand this line of questioning, Your Honor.
Do you have a justification for the question?
You said what?
What's your point for the question?
My
Like,
point
what's
is
the-
that she's basically trying to indicate that Fred wasn't searched or Fred wasn't questioned, although in the exhibit A of evidence he was questioned and he was searched by other officers. And yeah. So you basically end of the day there were officers that questioned this guy.
I didn't see that in the evidence or being searched, Mr. Fred being searched, so I think he's testifying to things that aren't in evidence.
You can go ahead and watch it again. Watch it closely. I
Which one?
rest my case.
Is it
Oh.
Exhibit A?
Yeah, I guess searching the pockets of Mr. Fred.
I'd have to look for it really quickly, but
Yeah, Mr. Price, you may sit down now.
10-4.
Defense, you may bring, or wait, State, do you have any more witnesses?
We have a few exhibits to bring up.
Very well. You may want to speak up.
All right. I bring forward Exhibit A.
Okay.
I have some timestamps prepared for it and everything.
Very well. I'm ready to check.
All right, Your Honor. So at the 1 minute 39-second mark, you can see that Fred is in the back seat of the vehicle. I'd have to double check to see if his hands are fully up. Let me see.
Is this A or B?
A.
A doesn't show it.
It should be Exhibit A on the docket.
oh, I'm pretty sure it's body cam 1. I'm pretty sure I switched around Exhibit A and Exhibit B.
So it's Exhibit B. The one that you put it as Exhibit
yeah,
B
I'm
is
sorry.
the first one.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the first video.
body cam 1.
So for the record, it's Exhibit B, minute 1 second 39.
It's just in his inbox, and then the DOJ inbox is switched around.
All right, you looking at the stuff yet, or the exhibit?
Second?
So are we at the moment in the in the body
Yes, I
cam?
am.
Okay, yeah. So you can see Fred is in the vehicle. He does have his hands up, which does not make sense for someone who willingly went to the garage just for a ride. Now, at the 2:06 mark, you can see the suspects. As they get out of the car. You can see that the suspect. What's his name? What's his name? I don't want to keep calling him suspect. So,
Mr. Bennett?
Mr. Bennett. All right, you can see Mr. Bennett get out of the driver's seat and his friend in the passenger seat. So, everyone on scene, well, one of the sheriffs on scene detains Mr. Bennett and the passenger about 2:36 in that body cam. And at 3:46, you can see that Fred is questioned by the officers. Fred admits that says that he was kidnapped and decides and he's telling him that he's been kidnapped and that they were trying to rob a bank. So, and then we go to 5:33 and the body cam where they say that they were just merely showing him their new guns, which I don't know. I don't know which. You don't pick someone up just to show them your new guns on the street.
Objection, speculation, Your Honor. The reality is he, if the client even hasn't even been able to testify, but in the evidence himself, is he's saying, he's just showing off the guns. Well, the reality is we can also say Mr. Fred, was joking around and raising his hands just to call a joke on his buddy, if that's the case.
What? They were not buddies, man.
Okay.
He's not here to testify.
All right.
Mr. Bennett, quick question for you. Where did you pick up your friend?
He met us at the garage.
Okay. Because he needed a ride?
Yes, and I knew we were not showing him our guns. Me and my friend, we were showing each other's guns. And the only
So, you guys are denying this guy's lawyer?
Because I was just gifted a new gun by a friend, and I never said that the gun
Can you
was
repeat
lawfully
yourself saying
mine.
what you're
I
saying,
said
bud?
things on me. Never mind.
I see. I see. Very well. You can continue.
FIB 501, can you repeat what you just said, please?
Yo,
All
Can
right.
I get a lawyer to 761
So
Mr.
now I'm gonna direct you to. Would that be
Tina is the
Exhibit
only
C
lawyer
then?
in
Body
city right
cam
now, and
2.
she's in the middle of a court case.
Okay, so this guy's not getting a
Which one?
lawyer, correct?
So would that be
There's none
Exhibit
available right
C?
now.
Body
or
cam
what?
1 is B.
Okay,
Cam
so
2 is
body
A.
cam 2 is A. Okay. I didn't think I ordered it that way, but okie dokie. All right, so in Exhibit A, then, you can see the passenger, I'm Solo's pockets as they search him. You can see that he does have an illegal firearm, or there's a firearm on him. And then about the 1 minute mark, again, the passenger says that they are showing each other their new guns. So then about the 1 minute and 30 mark, Mr. Bennett asked the officers that if he was taken hostage, how did he make a call? So in 2 minutes and 41 seconds in Exhibit A, you can see the suspect's pockets. And he does have thermite, and he does have, you know, all kinds of things like thermite in his pocket, as well as a gun. And then I think about 4 minutes and 30 seconds, you can see the contents of his vehicle, in which there's more tools that are typically used to rob a bank. That's all I have for the evidence for now.
Very well. Does State have anything else? Or defense move on?
I'm actually waiting for closing.
Oh, you want to go straight to closing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, State, do you have anything left?
May I bring the Trayvon to the stand?
Yeah. Alright, Jalen. Marshall, Bailiff. Give him the speech.
Yeah.
Alright. Continue. Start your question.
Trayvon, why were you at that garage that day or earlier today?
Because as Fred, he has mentioned, he called us and he has asked.
Fred did say that he was at the garage putting away his own vehicle. When you guys did go up to him with firearms. So, are you sure that Fred does not have his own vehicle?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he just wants to ride with a friend, but he's not my friend no more.
But you just said he had his own vehicle, did you not?
No, I didn't.
He did
I
not
said-
say badgering the witness.
The opposite.
You said he doesn't have his own vehicle.
I said I do not know.
I'm talking about
Maybe he just maybe
2
he wants
seconds
to
ago.
ride with a friend.
Okay.
Don't you like ride? You know, sometimes you like riding with your friend even though you have your own car.
Trayvon, is there a reason that you kept on bringing up why the suspect how did he call 911 about being a hostage?
Yes.
Is there a reason for that?
So if he were a hostage, why would we let him call the cops? What hostage? Hey, hold up. What hostage takers let their hostage call the police?
What?
What hostage takers let their victims call the police? Like, if I were to take you hostage, why would I let you call the cops?
Okay, so this is the same case. If Fred is your friend, why did he call the cops on you guys?
It's
don't
a
know.
joke.
It's not a joke, ma'am.
I plead the fifth on that question.
Okay. Why did Fred have his hands up in the back of the vehicle while your passenger, which is the other suspect, Lil Mo, I think his name was, had a firearm in his hand? Slow? Sorry.
Solo.
Why did Fred have his firearm in his hand?
Fred never had a firearm.
Or why did Fred have his hands up and the passenger have a firearm in his
I
hand?
don't know. If I knew, I would ask him. I mean, if I knew, I would tell you, but I don't.
Fred said he didn't know you. Do you know why this is?
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to go to jail because 12 cops pull on us. for no reason, even though we just pull out legally into the middle of the road.
Okay. Is there a reason you had thermite on you?
I plead the fifth.
How about the dirty cash that you had on you? $5,700.
I bought some.
Objection, relevance, Your Honor. This is about a kidnapping. What does dirty
No,
money
ma'am.
have to do with this?
His charge
His
is also
charges are
contraband.
contraband.
I bought some.
Second?
Clean for dirty.
Why would you need
Huh?
dirty money, sir?
So I plead the fifth on that question. That's irrelevant.
Thank you.
Okay.
I rest my case.
Okay. Yep. Cross.
Mr. Trayvon,
Yes.
you said you know Fred for a day and a half, right?
Yeah.
So do you know if he's some sort of comedian that likes to play jokes on friends?
I know he doesn't take this serious. I know he doesn't take life serious. So yeah.
Do you think this could possibly have been a sick joke as you were just trying to show your guns to someone who was in the garage?
Yes.
Do you think that he might have called 911 to play a joke on you guys so that he wouldn't get arrested?
Yes.
Is there any possibility that you had that thermite for maybe another project that you were trying to do?
Yes, because in the body cam, I have said I may
Objection,
have illegal
leading.
Hold up.
It's
Can I?
I'm
just a-
allowed on cross.
Yeah, but you're also
in
leading
the
them
body
towards
cam,
that
I
specific-
I may have illegal things on me, but they're not for the reasons you think they are.
Okay.
Okay,
And
but
as-
you already testified to it. So
As far as the fact that Mr. Fred was raising her hands, was he play a joke or anything when he did that?
I know he was mad at me.
Why was he? You know he was mad at you. Is that sure?
Yeah, so I was just giving him ride because I knew he was mad at me.
Objection, relevance.
Well, you guys
So
opened
argue
the
it.
line of questioning when you guys were saying that he was in his hand with the hands up. The relevance is you guys are charging my client with kidnapping, and we're here trying to defend him and ensure he's not being wrongfully charged for something. And
what was the relevance of the question?
the relevance of the question was, I said, when he had his hands up, since they brought it up, is there a joke that could have been played? It leads into evidence as to whether or not there are other reasons why his hands could have been up.
And you say because he was mad at you?
Yeah, we played a prank on him.
So that leads to him putting his hands up?
Well, Mr. Fred isn't here to question him, so we can only listen to what he was in the vehicle. You weren't in the vehicle.
Okay.
He called me before the scene started saying, "Hey, can I catch a ride?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'm already over there." Because before this, we were at 6:25.
Okay. Well, no more questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
Bro.
Excuse me. You said that he called you for a ride while he was at a garage, correct?
Yes,
Uh,
he was at that address, but I don't know if he was at a garage the entire time.
okay. So you did admit to having illegal items on your body, correct?
Yes,
What were those illegal items for?
I plead the fifth. Already told.
He already answered, Your Honor. He said.
Okay,
it
where
was for
did you
other
get the illegal
projects.
firearm from?
It wasn't an illegal firearm. I was rightfully gifted the firearm.
Huh?
Are you a felon? You have been
Objection,
arrested?
Your Honor.
You have been arrested before, correct?
Your Honor, you granted my motion in limine, and the
Yeah.
attorney here is trying to disparage my
Yeah.
client here
Well,
in his
he's
name.
getting charged with possession of class 1, and it's legal for a felon to. So establishing that he is a felon and not able to have one because of that is cause.
Trayvon,
It's not
But
legal.
you granted my motion in limine, and now we're adding in things that are prejudicial to my client when we were told it wasn't going to be admitted.
may I speak, ma'am?
Sorry.
After you, yeah. All right.
I'm talking to the
Shay-
judge. I'm
It's fine.
Trayvon,
sorry.
Yeah. Oh.
Trayvon, as a felon, you do understand that you are not able
Your
to have
Honor,
a firearm,
again,
right?
No, hold on. No.
I object to the word of felon. This isn't, my client deserves a fair trial.
Prior
Trayvon,
arrestee.
I couldn't finish
I'm
it.
sorry.
Like 3 seconds, bro.
Trayvon, as somebody who's able to have a firearm, or somebody as Trayvon, as somebody that has been arrested before, you do
And if-
understand that you are not able to have a
think
firearm,
All right,
correct?
hold on.
What is this? Isn't this redirect? How are we going into a different line of questioning that wasn't in the initial questioning?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
To me, ignore the fire. Just the time.
complete my fit.
You can sit down, Trayvon. We're ready for closings, Your Honor.
State begin.
I can't ask him any more questions.
At this point, we already started
Alright, of
closing.
course. All right, closing statements.
Hello.
All right.
Sleep at the wheel.
All right. You have seen the proof. You have heard the statements from the hostage. You have seen that he had tools that are typically used to rob a bank. You have seen that he has an illegal firearm, despite the fact that he doesn't have a license. You have seen license. You have heard him. You have heard Mr. Bennett not being able to explain his story well. And all the evidence shows that Mr. Bennett is indeed guilty of all the charges presented before him. That's it for me.
Great.
Your Honor, we're here basically listening on a case of speculation, pure speculation. Mr. Fred isn't here. He isn't, allegedly, I guess, as due to trauma. But you have heard here today, based on my client's testimony, that there were individuals that they knew. They were individuals that had known each other for a day and a half. They were upset, and it's all a sick joke. The reality is there's no witness. The individual who made these claims is just based on the evidence body to claim. My client did not have no opportunity to cross-examine this Mr. Fred, or even question what's going on. There's no victim. There's no person in this courtroom claiming to have been kidnapped. No evidence. Trayvon was searched. The reality is he did admit to having the gun on him. That is not why we're here today. We're here mainly out of this kidnapping charges and the other charges who are just unsubstantiated. Instead, what we have is a case built on assumptions, not facts. And under the law, assumptions are not enough. The state bears the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt. They have failed that burden spectacularly. Furthermore, this matter stems from an improper arrest. As you heard from my client's testimony, it was a sick joke. Mr. Fred called 911 out of anger towards these individuals. This matter stems from improper arrest, and under the doctrine of the fruit of the poison streams, any evidence flowing from this unlawful arrest is tainted and should be inadmissible. If the root is rotten, the fruit cannot stand. For that reason, Your Honor, to convict someone of crimes this serious without a witness, without a victim, and without evidence would not only be unjust, it would be a miscarriage of justice. My client did not admit to trying to rob a bank. My client mainly said if he would have robbed the bank, why would he let the hostage call 911? And that's what you need to understand today. You guys have to pray and see my client guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And there is evident that there is a reasonable doubt here. And my client these charges, some of them should not stick. Thank you, Your Honor. And I appreciate you and urge you to dismiss the charges who are invalidated in entirety and restore Trayvon's freedom and his name. Thank you.
All right, very well. I don't really have to go into recess because I kind of already know because y'all made very long statements. I just kind of did it within that 5 minutes. So conclusion is I'll go down the charges. Mr. Trayvon, you may want to stand for this. So, count 1 of kidnapping is going to be found not guilty because it seems to be the preponderance of the evidence is not in support of a kidnapping. There is reasonable doubt to believe that something else could have happened, and that doesn't change that. I do appreciate the point of fruit from the poisonous tree being brought up, but as no case was made that the arrest was bad besides the closing statement, and the fact that the body cam does show them in good faith acting as law enforcement and responding to a crime that they perceive to be happening. Charge 1 of possession of class 1 is guilty, and possession of the class contraband is also guilty. Found guilty on times 1 of that. A reduction of, we'll do 10% since that's what started all this, will be granted. In terms of time, not the fine. And court is adjourned. Hallelujah.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That motherfucker going to jail.
Yeah, with the 10%, baby.
Yeah. He tripled his time. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, you tripled your money.
Alright.
That's FIB for you.
Is he not going to take
All right.
the cells and
I guess
process
not.
them?
I think
Nah,
it's
FIB does their own thing.
they can't open the doors, so it makes sense.
I mean, someone could open it for him, but that was interesting.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Otto, you kind of sold big time there with that. Timmy was making shit up as he
yeah.
goes.
Do you have any
And I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want. I'm inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts, but something deep inside